Hey, it's not too late to take the census. We have our guest Mallory Bateman here, and she is the State Data Center Coordinator who's going to tell us why it's so important to actually take the census. Hey, Mallory, how's it going so far?
Hi, it's good. How's it going over there?
Good, surviving quarantine, I see. We're getting real pro
Yeah.
at these new meetings. But some
hmm
people might not have taken the census, even though it's nice and easy online. What would you say to those folks who just can't seem to get themselves to do it? Why is it important?
Well, it's incredibly important for our political representation for funding, especially things like nutrition plans or programs, healthcare, things that are really, very visible right now. It's very important to that. And then looking to the future. But I'd also say it's very easy to do. It'll only take you a few minutes. And if you are at home and have some time to kill, it's a great thing to get in.
Yes, it doesn't take long at all. Very quick once you hop online. So I'm glad we pointed that out. Are Utahns taking this opportunity to do this so far, or do we really need to get Utahns mobilized to do the census?
Utahns are doing a pretty good job. I think we're a little bit above the national average for response rates, but that's still, I think we've got, something like 45% of our population still needs to respond. And so it's an easy way to make sure your community, your household, your family is represented. And so get your responses in, because otherwise, you might not see what you need in your community.
How often are these censuses taken? You
Once
know,
every 10 years. Once every 10 years. So we have to get our responses in now. We have to have them be accurate and accurately reflect who's living here, because we don't get to do this again until 2030.
now that really drives it home for me personally, because if we're talking about getting funding for our schools, our roads, our healthcare systems, like that's a pretty important data point for the next 10 years.
Yeah, it's critical, and without it, we don't really have anything to go by. And so we really need good data coming out of the 2020 census. We need everybody in the state responding. Your data is secure once you submit it. No one can see it for 72 years. So get it in. It's safe, secure, and easy.
Okay, do you need any documents or any special information to log on, or just knowledge of you and your household?
You should have received an invitation to respond in your mailbox. So there's a number there, and census ID, but otherwise you can just put in your address and submit your response.
It is really so easy, and I'm excited to see how Utah has changed in the last 10 years demographically. Thank you so much, Mallory. We're going to send people over to census2020.utah.gov so they can take the census. Anything to add, Mallory?
Nope, just get your responses in. It means a lot, and it's a good way to help your community.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, and happy quarantining.
Happy quarantine.